we have to talk about these leaked war plans that was leaked by Mike Waltz in what they thought was a secret group chat. And it included a reporter. So the chat was labeled Houthi PC Small Group. So that was the name of the chat. And Mike Waltz was included. I believe he's actually the one who sent it out. Mike Waltz, Peter Hegseth, J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, Joe Kent, Tulsi Gabbard, John Radcliffe, Susie Wiles, Stephen Miller, Steve Witkoff, Brian McCormick, Dan Caldwell, Mike Needham, Amy Baker, Dan Katz, and Jeffrey Goldberg. Jeffrey Goldberg, the reporter. So the reporter, which is an Atlantic editor, so the Atlantic editor-in-chief, Jeffrey Goldberg, reported on Monday that he was unexpectedly invited on March 13th to an encrypted chat group on the Signal messaging app called the Houthi PC Small Group. So he said that it included information about targets, weapons the U.S. would be deploying, and attack sequencing. 2 days later, U.S. President Donald Trump launched an ongoing campaign of large-scale military strikes against Yemen Houthis on March 15th. But what I find interesting is that Steve Witkoff was with the Kremlin, Vladimir Putin, when he was included in this chat. So Steve Witkoff, he's like possibly a Russian asset and is like always saying positive things about Russia and Vladimir Putin, the Kremlin. So not only that, is J.D. Vance in the group chat, and he's like showing or saying how he disagrees with Trump. But what I really find interesting is J.D. Vance's little disagreement with Trump, which is probably like driving Trump up the wall or something after he heard these texts, these leaked messages. So, during one exchange, J.D. Vance's account wrote, "Team, I am out of the day doing an economic event in Michigan, but I think we are making a mistake." Then he goes on. The Vance account added that the vice president has not deviated publicly from Trump's position on virtually any issue, the Atlantic reported. "I'm not sure the president is aware how inconsistent this is with his message on Europe right now. There's a further risk that we see a moderate to severe spike in oil prices. I'm willing to support the consensus of the team and keep these concerns to myself, but there is a strong argument for delaying this a month, doing this messaging work on why this matters, seeing where the economy is, etc." And around 10 minutes later, following the message from other officials, a message arrived from Hegseth, saying, "I understand your concerns and fully support you raising them with Trump. Important considerations, most of which are tough to know why they play out: economy, Ukraine, peace, Gaza, etc. I think messaging is going to be tough no matter what. Nobody knows who the Houthis are, which is why we would need to stay focused on 1, Biden field, and 2, Iran funded." So this is a disaster for the administration. It's very embarrassing, especially after like the day before. So Peter Hegseth is in the Oval Office with Trump saying the military is stronger now. And we were weak before and we're strong now. We're stronger than ever. And his negligence, obviously, says otherwise. And not only that, they sent the war plans outside of a sensitive combat information facility, which they're supposed to use. They just use this this freaking Signal. Oh my God. They just used this freaking group chat. Oh my god! And they invited the reporter, and then they try to Hegseth try to clean it up when he was asked like, "Oh, like the Atlantic? Who listens to Atlantic? They suck." But this is hilarious. Once again, we'll see how this plays out.